You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Why you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't better.
We're not talking about any integrity in
We
this
are
room.
trying to exploit a generation.
Ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie under the table.
Yes, but that's irrelevant.
I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here.
It tastes like an antacid tablet.
Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No,
There's
vampires.
vodka everywhere. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 140. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-host and cohort,
Adam Ham.
That's right, you paused because you always complain that I say your name, and that time...
I was confused because I was looking at you, and you looked almost as though you were going to say it. Like, you opened your mouth as though...
I was a fake out. It was elaborate, and I
was.
apologize.
Yeah. But yes, I am Adam Ham, and I am here. In fact, we are recording from my humble abode.
That is correct. Mm-hmm. And I've spent the week at Shays Ham.
Yes.
I spent the week...
Shazam.
At the Shazam. I spent a week on the Shays Lounge.
Basically.
An entire week, basically, because Adam has three chairs, if you count the the shabby camping chair that he's had for over a decade.
As far as camping chairs go, it's pretty nice.
Okay. Well, he's had it for like a decade.
As far as furniture goes, it's not great.
Exactly. It was either the Shays or his antique furniture that he also owns. That's a chair out of Victorian England, basically.
It is Victorian-esque.
Yeah, it seems like something you would see in, like, if you took a tour of, like, George Washington's boyhood home. That would be, like, the chair he, like, would listen to the non-radio in because it didn't exist.
What? Do you know what his home was called, his plantation?
Yeah, it was called, I don't know. Washington Ranch.
No, who was like
Talladega Nights. Ticonderoga.
No, I think Jefferson's was like Taliesin or Tal.
What are you... I'm sorry my fucking knowledge of slave owners' plantations is lacking. I know down in Illinois, you guys are a little more
Monticello.
versed.
Wasn't it Monticello?
Monticello.
Well, if you want to be pedestrian about it.
Monticello.
Actually, we have a Monticello in Illinois, and it's pronounced Monticello.
There's Monticello in Wisconsin as well.
It comes from, like, from Italy. Italian. Monticello.
Monticello.
Which means Mount Cello, I guess.
Yeah, Mount Cello. You get on that cello. You get some music going.
Probably wood.
Mount Wood.
Wood Mount.
Wood Mountain.
Wood Mountain.
The Wood Mountain.
Well, he had those wooden teeth.
That's true. That's true. Got him right out of the Wood Mountain.
Yes.
All right. So we're here. It is 2:32 in the a.m. We put this off Saturday. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Well, it's technically Sunday now, I guess.
That's true. It's Sunday. Yeah. It's the day on which I bon voyage from the hellhole that is Illinois.
I'll miss you.
I won't miss Illinois.
Thanks.
Well, I'm just saying. Just letting you know. All right, so we stopped at the local bodega, known as the Freedom Gasoline. The Adam lives a block and a half away. Not even a block and a half. It's about
half a block.
Yeah, it's like half a city block away. It's an incredible store, but I purchased some Amplitude Energy.
Yep.
Is this related to Mountain Dew in any way? I remember, didn't it used to be like
they're both Pepsi products, I think.
Yeah, but didn't
yeah.
I believe the etymology. Not etymology of AMP. I don't know what AMP stands for, but I do remember it was Mountain Dew.
An amp is a unit of energy or electricity.
Well, yeah. But I'm pretty sure that it was originally Mountain Dew AMP, and now it's just AMP Energy.
Oh.
Separated.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
I think there was a co-branding. I have purchased an AMP Energy Boost Original, and Adam has a Boost Cherry, in which we are drinking. I am not an energy drink person. I dislike
I'm not
energy
really
drink tastes
either, but I do like Monster.
But this week I had 2 Red Bulls and Monsters just because we're having interesting sleeping schedules as I have converted to the Adam Ham lifestyle of staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning, if not earlier or later, and then sleeping until noon, if not later.
It's excellent.
Yeah, I woke up at 12:30 today.
Yeah. How is it?
So I got the amps. It tastes like I remember it tasting in high school.
Very
sugary. It basically just tastes like soda. Mine's a lemon lime.
Mine tastes like a like a cherry 7-Up or cherry Sprite.
Yeah, I'd probably be more accurate in describing this Amp Energy Boost Original. I guess you know what? I say lemon lime because the can is green, but in no place does it say lemon lime on here.
No.
It says just original flavor.
Yeah. Which is basically Mountain Dew.
Which is basically Mountain Dew, but like ampeder. So they literally don't list a flavor.
It doesn't have nearly as much aftertaste as Monster.
No, as usual energy drinks do. The flavor it does have orange juice concentrate, which those of you who drink Mountain Dew would know that Mountain Dew contains orange juice as a soda, so it's juice technically you're drinking.
It says pectin in it. It's practically Jell-O.
Yeah, it's just missing the.
I bet the pectin kind of covers some of the other taste.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff, but it doesn't full of like taurine.
Not seeing any juice in here at all.
Mine does. It's the third ingredient.
My third ingredient is citric acid.
My second ingredient.
No, actually, my
fourth ingredient. Sorry, fourth ingredient.
Natural flavor.
Mine is orange juice concentrate.
God knows what.
Guarana seed extract.
Yeah.
Gum air. Oh god, ginseng. It's got everything.
It does.
It's gonna keep us up and rocking.
I hope so. Our future Taco Bell experience depends on it.
Oh Jesus. So we're in Taco Bell countdown mode.
Yes.
This is certain.
Yep. We're going to. I think it's. We're going to try out the new breakfast menu.
Yeah.
At Taco Bell.
Yeah, we're girding our loins. I'm girding mine.
I might need to gird mine after eating Taco Bell.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pre-girding.
Pre-girding. Good idea.
Yeah, it's like those things in Minority Report.
You know, I don't know if I've actually seen that all the way through.
Precogs?
Yeah, precogs.
I'm pre-gird. I'm a pre-gird.
Pre-gird.
I know when I'm going to need to...
just a flash of the future, like shitting your pants.
Yeah, that's correct. Like, I must be ready.
Yep.
I hope my body can take it.
What color ball is that?
What color ball?
Don't they send like balls through some kind of tube to say like what kind of crime it is or something?
I don't even fucking know. I like how you haven't even watched half the movie and you fucking...
I've seen a lot of it. I haven't seen it all the way straight through beginning to end. But
I see. Well, I have seen like none of it. And
Code Brown.
Is that a thing?
Pre-gird. Probably.
Oh yeah, Code Brown. It's a brown.
It's a brown
bulb
yeah.
Rolling down the tube. Yeah, I suppose. Well, so we had an interesting week. How much was accomplished?
Like in what sense?
I don't know. Like, what happened this week?
Actual accomplishments?
This week of
nothing.
This week of my life. What am I going to put on it?
Had a rocking time with my best friend Adam.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting caught up on important things like QI.
Watching the show QI, the British television network show.
And what the fuck else did we do? I don't even know. Oh, we watched. You showed me Summer Heights High, which is
okay,
which is good.
Good. Yep.
And
God, what else we watched? Oh, Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra, yeah. Season
book
2.
2.
Yeah.
Book 2, Adam.
Sorry, book 2.
Spirits.
Yeah.
That show's incredible.
It is.
Fucking incredible.
We loved
one of
Avatar,
my favorites of all time.
The Last Airbender, not the movie.
Not the first Airbender.
Yeah.
I am having a crazy coughing fit all of a sudden.
Really?
I don't know what happened. I literally was good all night, and now I move over to the podcast, and it's just the spores of mold off of these fucking pop screens that are just emanating from this area. I put my mouth in front of it, and I'm screwed.
Yeah.
It's because I sang the Reading Rainbow theme song before we got started in different accents, and it ruined my vocal cords.
You destroyed them.
I did. I shredded them,
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So we did nothing. We watched E3 stuff. We recapped that in the last episode.
That was the beginning of the week.
That was recorded here and put out here. It was all produced in-house.
Exactly.
In Ham de la Casa. It was a Ham Casa production.
Yeah, Casa de Ham production studio.
That's right. It's not a House of Ham, because that would be Casa de... I don't know what the Spanish word for ham is, but... Do you know what it is? No?
Ham.
Okay.
Hamon.
I know. I know French is jambon.
Yeah.
French is javol. Javol. That's what they were saying in all those old World War II movies, huh?
Yeah.
Ham.
No, I don't think so.
That's a German. Javol?
I don't know what the volt is. I know what ja is.
It's yes.
Sir, maybe?
I'm sure it's yes, sir.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. That is enough of German talk, and on to the next topic of the day.
Yes.
So Ham and I just kind of hanging out. We created a pile. The garbage pile. I was pining for the pile.
He was pining for the pile, so...
And we created it.
I accommodated him.
Through many takeout dinner boxes.
Yeah. We went out, too.
There were fucking... It's cans...
It's chaos.
It's chaos.
I can certainly say that the pile has never reached this proportion since I've been in this house.
Okay, I can certainly say that piles of old were in much greater proportion.
I turned over a new leaf.
You did. You're less of a pile man and more of an actual using a garbage can man.
It's more like the pile kind of moved.
It's true. The pile moved to your sink. That is full of dirty dishes for the past month.
Yeah, I guess.
Have any of those been cleaned since the last time I was here in February?
Doubtful.
Wow. It is June 15th as of this recording. Great.
I don't cook. I don't do...
You don't clean either.
No, not a lot.
Wow. Yes, and earlier today, upon consuming a bag of Sour Patch Children, Adam dropped the bag, spilling the contents of sugar on his entire carpet.
It was a nightmare.
And to which he exclaimed, "I do not own a working vacuum cleaner." Which, as someone who lives in a domicile, I would assume you would have some sort of cleaning implement.
I have a vacuum cleaner, but the tube part of it is cracked, and there's no suction. Yeah,
you could use duct tape probably to fix it.
It already has duct tape. The duct tape cracked. It's
jeez, that's incredible. Duct tape is indestructible, and you managed to have destroyed it.
Yeah,
one would assume that it would be pertinent to purchase a vacuum cleaner.
Vacuums cost money, and I just haven't really.
It's true. But when emergencies and accidents do occur,
if you look, the sugar has been pretty well cleaned
with toilet paper. Well, because Adam has no wash rags
I do have wash rags.
They're filthy.
I didn't want to use wash rags though because I didn't want to put anything wet there because I didn't want to.
Your wash rags are bone dry, as that sink has not seen water flow from it for nary a month.
Well, yeah, but what's the point in using a wash rag if you're not gonna get it wet anyway? I mean,
what's the point of using toilet paper to clean granular sugar off of your carpet?
Because I can put it inside the toilet paper and throw it away.
Oh, very, very clever. And you do not own a paper towel. Would have worked as well.
I have napkins.
You've got napkins from various takeaway locations. It's a dire situation down here in Illinois.
It's not takeaway; it's delivery.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm English secretly.
Even they don't say takeaway.
They do.
No,
they do say takeaway.
If they say takeaway, if it's takeaway, meaning that you take it away.
Well, we could have taken it away from these places. We did not. I think we spent a total of 6 hours. Not even 6 hours, maybe 3 hours outside of your home in total.
This time, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go anywhere. Didn't do anything.
Last time we went to visit my family a bit.
Yeah, this is like a despair week for me. This is like you know, like when.
Well, thanks for visiting, John. Glad you enjoyed your trip. Glad it was worth it for you.
Do you know when like a heroin user hits rock bottom?
Have you OD'd on Adam?
I think I've OD'd on this lifestyle this week.
And
I know this was my last grasp at this lifestyle for myself.
You know you love it.
I do love it. It's like a vacation. It's a filth vacation.
Okay.
You're sitting across the table from me, and I'm saying things like such as, I hit rock bottom here, and this is a filth vacation. But for my standards, it is. But I
such flattery. I don't know how.
Well, Adam, you're living in it.
It's not.
The chaise is covered in spots.
Okay, whose fault is that?
Well,
I don't spill shit all over the chaise like you do.
That's true because your fucking body is draped across it.
Because I have. Okay, come on now.
like a throw rug.
Listen, no one can sit on that chaise in a dignified way.
That's true. That is the invention of the chaise lounge. French means look like an idiot sitting on it. Because the only way to sit on a chaise lounge is to half lay down on it.
Yeah.
With your legs sticking off the end of it.
Yeah.
So it's really, honestly, the worst way to sit.
But I do have fine motor control, so I don't spill everything everywhere.
I don't spill everything everywhere either.
With the exception, of course, of the sugar.
That's great.
And that wasn't even really my fault, because it just, busted open. So
It busted open.
It busted
when
open.
your fine motor control failed to open the package.
it wasn't my motor control that was the problem. It was the packaging going from suddenly pretty hard to open to it's everywhere.
It was already opened when I handed it to
a
you.
tiny opening. Like,
Yeah, so you could, pour them into your hand.
yeah. I was actually what I was trying to do was actually avoid pouring sugar in my hand.
Yeah, because you can do it when you're in the early going on the bag,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when you get to the end, it's
You're pouring sugar out.
yeah.
So. Anyway, yeah.
It's got to be good for you.
But yeah, we accomplished a lot, I think. In terms of
Adam, Yojimbo, we're going to be talking about later. Oh, wait, we aren't, because Adam and I refused to watch a 3-hour-long Japanese film today.
this was vacation. This was fun. So
It'll be work watching the correct.
I don't think it'll be work, but I mean,
You have to view it with more of a critical eye.
exactly. This is kind of like just disengage.
Fuck
brain.
offery the week.
Yeah, just disengage your brain.
I agree.
Have fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what it was.
I'm not always this lax. Well,
So I noticed that
pretty close, but
since earlier today,
Yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, Adam and I hit the afternoon snooze button on our lives.
oh my god,
We both were passing out of tiredness for
yeah.
some reason, of which I believe that there must be some sort of gas leak in your apartment.
don't think
Because
it's gas.
immediately upon opening windows, we were awakening up again.
Yeah,
So this is a death trap.
maybe I don't know. Like carbon dioxide buildup or something like that.
Yeah,
We're
just-
slowly dying.
Yeah,
Something.
probably just for
Actually,
not leaving.
I think it's just afternoon tiredness because we woke up at noon.
That's
we ate,
true.
We ate at like
The afternoon tiredness was
Yeah.
pushed back.
we ate a really big
4
meal
hours.
pretty early on.
That's right. DP dough,
Yeah. Oh,
calzones,
yep.
fucking delicious.
It is good.
Not in Madison. Just food tourism.
Yeah.
Just drinking energy drinks, watching video game news, watching QI.
Oh, we made a huge accomplishment
that's
this week.
true.
We
We
played
actually-
through all of the first Uncharted game.
Excuse me. I played through the entire Uncharted game, and
Listen.
Adam witnessed it.
I seem to remember pointing out a lot of glint to you throughout the game.
So Adam and I had posited to Adam,
Yeah.
we hadn't completed a video game in a long time. Neither of us could remember the last full,
Yeah.
console game experience that we had completed.
Might have been like Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild.
Yeah, early 2013 for
Yeah.
Adam. For me, it was early 2012 was Mass Effect 3, wasn't it?
Late. I think it was November. Like,
No, November 2012. Yeah,
so.
yeah.
oh no, it wasn't because
I think it came out in the spring.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It was 2012
That
too.
was a long
Yeah,
time.
fucking shit.
I must have beat something after.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to play the Uncharted series.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was necessary for me to play through the first game just to get that baseline
Knowledge, yeah.
knowledge. And I figured Adam and I could play a game together. And Adam and I played a game of me playing the game and Adam watching me play the game.
Yeah. I thought about it a couple times taking it over, but I don't know. It didn't look. There was just so much gunplay.
Yes.
Frustrating gunplay.
Yes.
That I was like, I'll just let you take care
Yeah,
of
I
that.
get to. Yeah, thank you. I was the brunt of the frustration of the gameplay. It's a decent game. I think I said if I rated it now on a 5 scale, it would probably be a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because the game has a lot of good parts.
Story's fun.
And the animations are great, and the character voice acting is all fun when it's rolling.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, the game is basically a third-person cover shooter
Oh, yeah.
with some segments of hopping around trying to solve jumping puzzles ish,
Yeah.
and most of the time being shot at while doing jumping puzzles. And basically, I think that we didn't really count. It was an informal count, but by the end of the game, this Indiana Jones-esque explorer character, Nathan Drake, had murdered 400 pirates.
At least
If not more. Not counting, not pirates, sorry, at least 300-ish pirates. And possibly 60 to 70 conquistador / Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
That happens near the last few chapters of the game. You find out that El Dorado, these are spoilers,
Yeah, spoiler.
but it's fucking 2007. It's been 7 years. You had your chance. El Dorado causes you to become a zombie.
Yeah.
Which at first I was like, this is kind of lame that they added this in this adventure game. But then I thought, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There's some crazy spiritual shit in fucking Lost Ark when
all of
faces are melted. And so, you know what? It's probably okay for them to do that.
Yeah.
But the way they went about it was...
The enemies were annoying, though.
I mean, the game, especially early on, is just, here's a section of jungle, here are a bunch of waves of guys, literally waves of men attack you. And when you finish them off, more guys are like, hey, he just killed 20 dudes, run over there and attack him.
Yeah.
And it's like, please stop this. The cover mechanics aren't super great. The shooting is very good.
They all wear body armor and have impeccable aim. As well.
And everyone takes 3 shots to kill unless you hit them in the head. So it's just pop out, take a couple shots. Pop out, take a couple. It not well designed. And the best parts of the game are the locations, the beautiful like scenery, the jungles, and the exciting plot line with a rival adventurer and all that kind of very cool. But overall, the gameplay was lacking.
Also, this was the era of horrible six-axis controls.
Yeah, where it would just be randomly like when a Nazi zombie jumps on you, you have to wiggle your controller for him to get off, or they instantly kill you.
Yeah. And it's not so much wiggle as it is like frantically shake insanely.
Yeah, no, totally. It's like literally I had to like Adam. I was witnessing me doing this, and at first I was doing a slight shake, and it wasn't killing the Nazi zombie, and I just had to fucking just yank, like just
it was like a mosh
full
pit,
body shake to get that thing off because it was
convulsions,
fucking insane, and then that game. So
every time you throw a grenade too,
you go into like a Nazi underground lair at the end. You find out underneath this like Spanish abandoned Spanish like monastery type pavilion where El Dorado was hidden underneath. And there was like a German U-boat and all sorts of like crazy like Nazi wartime stuff going on. But then it turns out, they were all killed or turned into zombie creatures by El Dorado, which was crazy. And you have to like restore generator power. So there's like a dark segment underground where you're being like in a corridor, literally like monster closet hallways of monsters jumping out and running at you. And it just was like, this sucks. I want to play an adventure game, not a fucking monster shooting game. And there were parts, Adam remembers this, when you turn the generator on, it's like causes these monsters to swarm you. Yeah. And there were just literal parts where my character is running around like a chicken with his head cut off in the room. Because if I stand still, they're going to jump on me. And I'm hip firing an MPS. So the end of this game, if I told you in Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, that near the end of the game, you'll be shooting at not zombies in a Nazi complex using World War II era machine guns. Would you think that would have happened in this adventure game?
I did not.
I mean, knowing Indiana Jones, the Nazi stuff is kind of neat, but the zombie fighting was not so great. And these aren't zombies, technically. They're more fast-moving, four-legged running monsters that used to be men. Yeah. But yeah, they're crazy. And there are a couple great set pieces, a couple great stuff, but it just, overall, I mean, I think if I played it when it came out, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it probably would have been
easily 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
But as it is now with games that have come out, it's like, come on, you could pace this a lot better. They could have made a game, 2 hours shorter and cut a lot of the shooting out, and I would have enjoyed it much more.
Right.
And that's what games do now. Are not, games aren't 20, 30 hour slogs of arena combats that are just feel meaningless. They're more, I don't know, just better paced. Yeah. This game could have definitely benefited from a fix of the pacing issues.
Also, the worst ending ever.
Yeah, the ending is kind of lame. So at the very end of the game, you get into this boss fight, and it literally, I said to Adam, like, this is like feels like a game for like the Super Nintendo or something, where the final boss is you're on a ship, which you ride the El Dorado that they take with a helicopter, and that's a pretty cool sequence. Yeah, and your partner who's captive in the front like causes the ship to like or the guy in the plane to like drop his gun, it shoots the pilot, and the plane's crashing. It's a pretty cool sequence, and they crash land, and you land on the ship, and they're like, kill him, and then you just fight like little arenas where you're hiding behind boxes, which break after being shot a certain number of times. And they're just like 3 or 4 dudes and the main boss guy shooting at you. Before we got into this point, I had read an FAQ, and I had found that you definitely need to kill. You need to kill the guy, but he's indestructible until the very last sequence. Yeah. So not knowing that, you could sit there plugging away at this guy who one shot kills you if he aims at you. So you have to pop in and out quickly. Trying to shoot at him, he takes no damage.
Yeah.
So you would know that by being frustrated for a while.
Yeah, half an hour.
Or looking online. So what you have to do is kill his minions, and then he'll run to the next zone where it repeats 3 times. Very lazy.
Yeah.
And easily could have been better put together. I'm sure in the later games it is, and that's why they're so praised. I'm sure there's some amazing action set pieces where, you shoot part of the ship and stuff falls over and you have to jump around. But the final showdown is a sequence of QuickTime events.
Yeah.
And it is lame.
Well, actually, even before that, it's basically just, there's a very certain way you have to,
there's
hide and
literally
roll.
absolutely no way to beat the boss other than you start behind 2 barrels. You have to roll to the right to behind the next barrels.
Yep.
In between his very, very telegraphed shooting, where he'll just shoot 1, 2, 3, and then start reloading, and then you have to transfer yourself to the next set of boxes.
And unlike before, these boxes don't take a few hits. They're like one shot and they're gone. So you have to, if you miss the first one, you're basically dead.
Yes. And so you just have to roll, and then the next one you don't roll, because you can't roll around fast enough. You have to do the X button vault over that, and then hide behind the next set. And then after he shoots in that, you have to roll around to him, and then punch him, and then it starts a QuickTime sequence, in which you get into a fight. And then
it knocks the gun away.
And then you separate.
Yep.
And then you have to run towards him quickly, or else he'll shoot you immediately.
And roll.
Basically roll towards him, and then do the exact same cutscene where you hit square and triangle.
Triangle and square. Yeah.
Yes, and it was lame. And then that's the end of the game.
Right.
I feel like they could have done it in a much more exciting way.
Yeah.
It felt like a real showdown, but the actual gameplay did not
little
feel
room for
very
error
well.
there.
Yeah, it was just like, this is just precise timing.
Yeah. And also basically memorization. I mean, you just have to try it several times before you figure out, okay, this is the way I need to do this.
Yep, literally. There's no way for player inputs. I was telling Adam, literally, I'm just holding left or forward and hitting a button, and then when I get in the cutscene with the QuickTime, I hit the 2 buttons, and then I have to hit a button to roll forward, and then hit 2 other buttons. It's literally this. You could do this blindfolded.
Yeah,
it's literally just button press sequences.
Yeah, you totally could. Yeah,
yeah, not cool. Not a cool way to end your game. And that's it. That was the one thing we accomplished this week. Literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yesterday we went to the glorious Imperial Buffet.
Yeah, we did.
In Normal or Bloomington?
That buffet is, I think, in Normal.
In Normal?
Yeah.
They hold dominion over that buffet?
They do. It is in the land of Normal.
Okay. And, I wanted to pop out to the shops to get supplies, get drinks and chips and things. Adam, I had a heated discussion, I would say, in the Imperial, as we do upon time to time.
Yeah.
I was like, this is next to the Meijer grocery store, and we could just pop in, get some sodas and stuff there, get some iced tea, get some chips maybe, head out. Adam, what was your reply?
No way.
Why?
Because
we're next door. It'll just take a second. We can just pull over into the parking lot, walk in, grab our stuff, walk out. It's great.
Because I know John, I know most people in general, stopping in a grocery store is never a quick encounter, ever. Either quick or enjoyable. Especially when all the things we want to be gotten from
a gas station, shitty gas station.
Yes, shitty or not, yes, a gas station.
All gas stations are inherently shitty
That's
when
not
it comes
true.
to food purchasing.
I disagree. Well,
except for maybe the delightful PDQ.
It depends on what kind of food you want.
Yeah,
we weren't getting
real food.
We weren't. No, we were not in the market for real food.
No, this is true.
So, yeah.
Okay, so to which I was like, Adam, come on, let's just take a second. Seriously, let's go. We're right next door. What did you do when I started asking you more politely or less politely to come to the grocery store?
I said I would not step foot in the grocery store.
You would not step foot in the grocery store. And I said, well, I'm the I drove us here.
Yes.
I'll just drive around the parking lot, go in. You can come in with me or not. And you said,
I'll take a taxi.
You'll call a cab.
Yeah, I'll call a cab.
To drive the 5 minutes it takes for you to get home from where we were.
Yeah.
You were going to take a taxi rather than step foot into a grocery store for 15 minutes.
Well, that's the thing.
The cab ride
it wouldn't have been 15
and
minutes.
waiting for the cab would take significantly longer than my trip.
It wouldn't have been 15 minutes.
It would have happened that you would have called a cab. I would have been in and out and in the car, and you would be riding away with me while the cab appeared and you were not there to take the ride.
Possibly.
Yes.
That's possible.
100% correct.
If I didn't do anything, you might have been back in a decent time.
I might have taken longer
Maybe.
just to spite you.
Possibly.
What is the deal, Adam, with grocery stores? I mean, we got heated. There were some literal arguments. And Adam invoked the clause of, I am stubborn.
Yeah.
I've already said I can't do this, so I can't back down.
It's principle.
We had bargained to go to the Kroger's, which is closer to where Adam lives and is much smaller.
Yeah.
Not a gigantic store like that Meyer is.
Yeah.
But Adam refused.
No, I said we could do that.
Well, and then you backed down on that.
Well, when I realized we'd be driving right past my place, I said, well, you can just drop me off at the gas station. I'll go in there.
Yeah, I could drop you off at your place. And come on, I'm with a friend here. We can visit a place together.
Okay, here's the thing. Going together into a fucking grocery store is not visiting. It's not enjoying people's company.
You see... Yeah, you
No,
do, though. You
no.
see the items. You comment on the items.
I have never enjoyed anyone's company in a grocery store or a big box store.
And Adam, this is why you live the way you do and have no food cooking or anything, because
Possibly.
you refuse to go to grocery stores.
I've gone to grocery stores myself.
By yourself?
By
You've
myself.
braved the wilds?
No, it's not. I don't think it was braving the wilds or anything like that. I just don't like going with other people. I'm kind of going myself.
Could I have dropped you off at the grocery store?
Probably.
And then picked you up?
Yeah, probably.
Or could I have waited in the car while you ran in? Would that have been better?
It would have.
Wow.
Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Does something happen to you in a grocery store in your childhood?
Something happens every time I go to a grocery store.
Okay, name an instance. Name a specific thing that happened that makes you dislike going to grocery stores.
Anytime I go to either like a big box store
Yeah.
or a grocery store with somebody, first of all, I if it's going to take a long time, I generally don't go.
Okay.
And a couple times I've been duped by people telling me, oh, I know exactly what I want. We'll be in and out, no
I
problem.
am one of these people.
You are one of these people.
Yes.
And every time...
Because that's the thing at the grocery store. You get in there and you see those deals.
Yeah.
And you end up buying more than you wanted.
No,
That's
you
how
do.
That's
No,
how
listen,
they design
listen.
stores, Adam.
You do. I don't.
Well,
when I
you're
go into a grocery
special
store,
individual.
it's not that hard. I
You
know
got
what I
ad
want.
block for your life.
I know what I want.
You don't just see those donuts and imagine yourself eating them, and you didn't want them before, but you want them now.
No.
You have incredible self-control, Adam.
It's not that hard. I know what I want to get in a grocery store. I go and get it. If something occurs to me, possibly while I'm in there, that I hadn't
And
thought
that's
of,
what happens to me.
that I needed,
and every other person.
that I needed, I will get it. But I don't no, because people just fucking browse.
Yeah, I don't browse.
Yeah, browse.
No, I know what I want.
No.
I usually have a list.
I am sorry, you browse.
No.
I've been with you in the grocery store,
have a
and
list.
okay. But as you're getting your
Yes.
shit, you browse.
Yeah.
No, I'm
You
sorry.
gotta look at the stuff as you walk by it.
No, you fucking
Those
don't.
taco shells are half
No, you
off,
don't.
Adam.
You
We
go
could have
point-
tacos next week.
You go point to point to point.
You could make tacos, Adam. That's easy as
I
hell.
don't want to fucking make tacos.
I'm just saying. You just need ground beef and a taco kit.
I know how to make tacos. I actually
You
made
do?
tacos
Oh,
before.
you have. You cooked a meal.
Yeah. Well, this is back in like high school when I was. I cooked other
A
meals.
decade ago.
Too. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's about the only thing I know how to make, but
Mac and cheese, I'm assuming.
well, not real mac and cheese, like box
No,
mac
but
and
box
cheese.
mac and cheese.
You add water and heat it. It's not hard.
And you add butter and milk.
Occasionally, you don't even have to add milk.
You have to add butter. You gotta add one of them, or else it's just powder.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. You have to add one of them.
Yeah. Powder has to fuse with some fat, or else it becomes
Right.
nothing.
But that's
It's
completely
dusty, cheesy, dusty elbow macaroni otherwise.
But that is completely the thing, because I am one of those people who go into a big box store, grocery store. I know what I want to get. I get it, and I get out. And every time somebody says otherwise, or says that to me, I have in the
get
past
duped.
I've trusted them, and it never fucking happens. Without fail, I will just be sitting there bored while people fucking look at fucking food stuff or
Schnucks.
stuff. Yeah,
That's the name of a grocery store in Illinois.
it is.
Schnucks.
Schnucks is the grocery store.
That's
that
when I think of the word schnucks.
It's not just in Illinois. There are others throughout the Midwest.
Okay, no, the South Midwest. Not the great places like Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Well, it's also further west than that too.
I suppose, but anyway. So the Midwest and the proper West. Mm-hmm. So schnucks is a place, and when I think of the word schnuck, I think of like the crook of your elbow. Like that's a schnuck.
Really?
Yeah, it's vivid in my mind.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's your schnuck. I'm making it up right now. That's literally what it is. Is that just somebody with the name Schnuck?
I think so. I don't really know. I didn't study the history.
Oh,
of
you've
Schnucks.
also never set foot in a Schnucks.
I have. I've been to Schnucks before.
Many moons
There's
ago.
not much more to say about it.
Many moons ago.
I was in the store. It was a grocery store.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
not. It's not very impressive.
Oh God, yeah. So there's literally like nothing happened this week. It was just relax and chilling.
Yeah.
It was a chilling week.
It was a chilling week.
Just a week to chill.
We had some invites from the family.
We
John
turned
said,
it-
"Fuck no."
Whoa.
I'm just saying this because I know Ryan listens to it.
I don't. I didn't say fuck no. I said we planned to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And we kept procrastinating. And to which the point the family invites would be like, hey, you want to come to dinner and do stuff? And I'm like, that's going to be like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And we got all this shit we were planning on doing that we put off.
Yeah.
And that happened again today when they wanted to go to a real, authentic drive-in movie theater.
I know. I actually didn't want to go to that.
I wanted to go badly, but it was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, we have to record the podcast.
Yeah.
And watch a movie, which we continue to procrastinate upon.
And never got around to.
But we did finish the entire J season for the 2012
Yeah.
to 2013 season of QI. So we got that completed.
We did.
And we watched Summer Heights High today as well.
Yeah.
And a bunch of Conan videos.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien.
Got a little sidetracked with Conan, but yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That's
So-
the week. That's a week and a half.
That is the week. That is what we did.
the lost week.
I'd
like to
for you,
mention-
I guess.
I'd like to mention that my Windows 7 computer has restarting in 12 minutes 37 seconds.
That is not a good thing.
No, it's annoying that it does that in the background.
It said postpone it for like 4 hours. Or
I know
something.
I did.
Okay.
But it didn't pop up over everything. So if I wouldn't have noticed, this would have just shut off in the middle of the podcast.
That'd have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
It would have been nice for me because finally something would have happened technically that was not my fault. But
Well, Adam Ham,
yeah.
I got something for you here.
All right.
All right. Cheerleaders, in hazing scandal details revealed. I would like to mention that Adam's love of Evernote is infuriating, as this link I posted did not turn into a hyperlink on the Evernote, so I'm having to control copy and paste it into my bar here. And it did not copy.
Well, maybe you could have saved it as a bookmark.
I don't know how to do that because I don't have some crazy fucking exploitative extension on my browser like you do.
Why is it exploitative?
I don't know because I wanted to say the word exploitative.
Okay.
All right.
I just consider it an extension that is useful.
All right. You've heard of hazing?
I have.
Towson. I don't know where this is. Towson
Tucson?
cheerleader. No, TOWSON. Cheerleaders suspended for hazing ritual. So, get
Okay.
ready for one of those stories of hazing and cheerleaders and smothering each other with like peanut butter and all sorts of hazing. I'm sure they do.
Are you, wait, is this a hazing ritual or is this something that you just dream about cheerleaders?
That's what I imagine they do.
okay.
In my off time.
Yeah.
The Towson, this comes from Gawker, or Deadspin, I'm sorry. Towson cheerleading squad suspended after a hazing incident, the details of which were previously unknown for like a year. So they heard there was a hazing incident, their cheerleading squad was suspended from games, and there was an explanation why.
So they didn't say like what the hazing was?
The hazing was.
Okay.
Obviously maybe so bad they didn't want to release it to the public.
Sure. Okay.
Or whatever. They wanted a closed door on it. They didn't want anything out, and they took care of it internally.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. The university found that freshmen on the team had gone to an off-campus apartment where they were told at the door by veteran members that they could say no to anything they were asked to do.
Okay.
This is how the hazing began. The women were told they had a choice between doing cocaine or heroin to test their understanding of the team rules. Although drugs were provided, this was done, so the new members on the team knew that the team was drug-free. It was a test to see if you would accept the drugs.
I see.
Yes, this is very, very deadly so far.
Okay.
All right. The freshmen then were asked to funnel a beer through a beer bong or take a shot of alcohol before being blindfolded and led into a room where they put adult diapers on over their shorts.
Okay.
They then came out of the room and were asked to perform a brief dance in front of the rest of the team. Everyone danced together at the end, and the team was won. This hazing ritual caused the team to be suspended for an entire year,
Yeah.
of which cheerleaders were asked to go to a school or go to an off-campus apartment where they were tested to see if they wanted to do drugs or not.
Yeah.
Of which, if they would have wanted to, they would have probably been kicked off the team or asked to leave or kicked out of the hazing ritual. And then they drank a beer or took a shot.
Yeah.
And put on silly adult diapers and danced in front of the team. In which the end of the dance, everyone joined in and they all danced together as a team.
Okay.
And that was just heinous.
Well, did they actually have heroin and cocaine there?
I don't know. The article said that although no drugs were provided, they were just hypothesized that they could do drugs.
Seems a little extreme to me.
This is very tame. This is the tamest hazing I've ever heard. Again, the first thing they say is, "Oh man, I wish I would have play acted this." Oh, here we go, Adam.
Okay,
you're showing up to the hazing.
All
right, freshman, you fresh meatman, more like.
All
right. We're at Shalayla's apartment.
All right.
Hey. Don't you make fun of her name. She didn't have a choice. 'Cause her parents were stupid. Shut up, Shalayla. You know they are. All right. So just before we get started. All right, this is going to be some hazing. This is part of the team. We all had to go through this. Everyone. But just to let you know, you can say no to anything. It's totally understandable.
Okay.
All right. So get in, freshmen, fresh meatmen. All right. And so, several minutes ensue of probably getting to know you, introducing the apartment, the typical walk around of the apartment. Here's the, the amenities.
What a lovely duvet you have.
Shut up, fresh meat. But I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use that tone with you.
Okay.
I apologize. But just please sit down on the settee, if you will.
Okay.
Yes, we have a settee as well as a duvet. And a duvet cover as well for the duvet. My 19th century grandmother furnished this apartment. Middle American grandmother. But yes, thank you. All right, so would enjoy a refreshment? We have Frescas.
Okay, yeah.
A Nest tea.
I'll take that.
Fresca. Fresca's around?
I'll go for the
Would you like a tab? Would you prefer a tab?
Yeah. Do you have tab?
That's correct.
I'll take a tab.
We're one of the few places. The cheerleader is one of the few individuals that drink a tab.
I would love a tab.
It's the original Diet Cola. And it's not cola. It's a soda.
Yeah.
I don't know what the flavor. What's the flavor of a tab?
It's not. It
is diet.
Yeah, it's cola.
It's a diet.
It's not diet.
It is.
It's not necessarily.
Yeah, there's less calories.
But it's it's not.
Freshman! Stop complaining.
I'll take a tab.
You'll take a tab.
Yeah.
I'll put that on your tab.
All right.
That's right, fresh meat. You gotta reimburse us for the drinks in which you drink tonight.
All right.
That's part of the hazing.
Fine.
All right. Next up. All right. Now, just make sure you guys are cool. We got we got two choices for you.
All right.
You're either gonna have to do some drugs.
Oh.
You're gonna have to do cocaine.
All
right, we got some cocaine.
Okay.
And we have heroin.
Ooh.
Cocaine or heroin. Your choice. Upper, downer. You want to be an upper at this party? You want to be a downer at this party? You make your choice now.
Okay. Downer.
What? she says as she spits her Fresca out. A downer?
Yeah. Heroin sounds mighty nice.
What?
Yeah.
You're off the team.
What?
You have to get out.
You
This was a test that you failed.
Oh no.
We're a drug-free team, Adam.
Oh no.
Are you sorry? Were you pressured into doing drugs? Do you do drugs?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I don't
Do you do drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Oh my god.
I wanted to be cool.
You wanted to be cool.
wanted to be
Well, it's
cool.
cool to not do drugs.
Yeah, you're right. Dare was right all along.
You're right. Dare was right all along. She tears her like Towson University jacket off, revealing her Dare program with a Dare lion. Remember the Dare lion?
Yeah.
Yeah, mascot.
Darren?
Was it Darren?
I think so.
Darren the Dare lion?
Yeah.
That was creative of them. What the fuck? It was. I hope it was spelled correctly and not Daren. But I'm sure it was. So Darren the Dare lion, eh?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, it's good.
Okay.
You've passed our test, kind of. You caved to peer pressure, but you know we didn't. We said you could say no to anything, Adam.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was just like, you can't say no. Yeah.
No, you can say no
Okay.
to anything.
Okay.
Anything we ask of you tonight.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Mm-hmm. All right, next up, we got a crazy challenge. All right, girls. This is hilarious.
All right.
All right.
All right.
We got some beer.
Uh-huh.
We got some fucking vodka right here.
Uh-huh.
All right, so what we need you guys to do is take a beer bong.
Okay.
But if you don't want to drink beer or you can't, do the beer bong, it's too much.
Sure.
Just take a shot of liquor. That's cool.
Okay.
Which do you prefer?
Ah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name?
Thumbelina?
I'm sorry. What was your name? I'm going to give you a second chance on that one.
Patricia?
Okay, Patricia. Patty. Pitty Patty. Fresh meat. That's you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to belittle you in front of your peers. Okay, Pitty Patty. What'll it be? Will it be the vodka or are you going to shotgun a beer?
I like it quick and dirty. I'll go shot.
Oh, quick and dirty.
Shot. Shot.
Shot. Okay, so you take a shot.
I'll take a shot.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Choose your own adventure. I take the shot.
You're dead.
The
shot was spiked with heroin.
Whoa!
Somehow.
Yeah.
Can you ingest heroin in your stomach? Oh, yeah, you can.
You can powder heroin and then, you can probably put it in there. Not that I know about that kind of
I
stuff.
was just wondering, but no, like drug mules that have heroin in there or cocaine in their stomachs,
Oh, yeah.
they can burst and they'll die. So
Totally.
obviously heroin can be bad for you in the ingestion form. All right, so but anyway, all right, they put a blindfold. Here's a blindfold. Blindfold you.
Scary.
Okay, we spin you around a few times, like whoa, spin you around a few times, and then take you to the back room.
Whoa.
This is where the real crazy shit goes on.
Oh, no.
Whip off the blindfold. On the bed in front of you are Depends adult diapers.
Okay.
Whoa. All right. Now, if you're cool, when you're a cheerleader, you got to get up in front of everyone. You got to look silly, okay, sometimes. So we got to make sure you're okay with looking silly. So what we want you to do is put on this diaper, go back out into the room with the girls, and we're going to play a music, and you're going to do a cheer dance.
Okay.
Wearing a diaper.
Okay.
All right. Get to it.
I put the diaper on.
Oh, no, please, no. Don't take your clothes off. Put the diaper on over your clothes. We don't want any of that. This is not a weird... No. Just put the diaper on over your shorts. It's cool.
Do I have to put it on over my...
Yes, you do. It's team rules.
All right.
Dare to not expose yourself to team members.
Okay.
All right. Whoa! All right, they go out and they play fucking, I don't know, LMFAO. Sexy, I know. It was 2 years ago, so...
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I know it. And you do your like cheer dance, and you're like TOWSON. How do we pronounce it? No one can. And all right, and then everyone dances with you.
Yeah, all right.
You're scarred for life. You've been scarred for life by the illicit hazing rituals.
Man.
Fucking universities, man. Mm-hmm. It kind of sucks. This entire cheer team is completely... I don't know who tattled on that, first off.
Yeah.
I don't know how that got out. I'm sure it was innocuous. They're like, they made us do this stupid shit. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
We took pictures of each other on Snapchat.
The only thing I can think of is that it really doesn't matter what the thing was. They probably just have like a no hazing policy.
Well, I guarantee you, it's zero tolerance.
Yeah,
policies
exactly.
and how good they are because
Right.
we all know
People can't be trusted to make decisions.
Going back to the Spanish Inquisition, that it is black or white.
Yeah.
There's no gray area on anything.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you're either damned for all time or you accept Christ and then are killed because you lied or some shit or whatever the fuck they did. You know what I mean, though? Like, that's literally, like, the thinking that goes into zero tolerance
I'm
policies.
sorry.
at
Just when you
schools.
said damn for all time, I immediately thought of Jesus Christ
Yes, I know.
Superstar.
Damn for all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we know each other too well.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, that's probably why I use that phrase without even thinking about it. I
exactly.
can't believe I'm coughing this much.
Neither can I.
I've been good.
You've been good.
And I think I sat down. Maybe I just sitting in this chair, vibrated my chest cavity. I had a cold last week. It was getting over it earlier this week. And I guess, loosed some phlegm that was clinging on to the bottom of my esophagus. Well, I guess it wouldn't be esophagus. It was the lungs. But what is it? The atrial... the
brachial.
No, I forget what the fucking top part of your lungs is. Just something that was just sitting there that hasn't been coughed up yet, just snapped off and is bothering me now.
Yeah,
great,
rattling around
or whatever. I feel a little better now, but
good. I
apologize to the listeners because we don't have cough buttons.
No,
because I don't have a setup for that.
Because that's how we do.
God damn,
all right. Natural.
That's right, Au Naturel, this podcast. That's you know, that was my motto.
Au Naturel?
Yeah, Au Montreal. That's what you just said, isn't it?
Au Naturel.
Okay. Yeah, that was a different motto I had. I was like,
Montreal?
oh, Montreal. Those crazy French Canadians.
Crazy Canucks.
The Canucks are Vancouver's hockey team.
They're also Canadians in general.
The Montreal Canadiens is the hockey team.
Lady Canadians?
Yeah.
Is that like comedian?
Yeah, no,
Canadian?
it's Canadiens, spelled Canadian, but with an E-N in it at the end.
Oh.
Not an E-N-N-E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so they're crazy Canadian spelling. So that's a hazing ritual, Adam. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to speak about?
Not off the top of my head.
Come on. You had some topics you brought in.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
What are they?
Computer passing the Turing test.
Oh, yeah. I just can't wait.
I just can't wait to be a king. That's Adam. Turing King.
What's the word I'm looking for? I can't wait till the singularity. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
You want to be ruled by them?
Maybe eventually. I don't know.
As long as they're benevolent, right?
Yeah.
All right.
As long as they're benevolent. I mean, I have no problem with robots making.
Can you explain what the Turing test
decisions.
is for those who aren't into crazy shit like you?
Developed by Alan Turing, the Turing test is a test which determines...
Sir Alan Turing now, I believe.
Is it?
I believe he was posthumously awarded a knighthood.
As he should be, because
he did crack the Enigma code, which probably caused us to... not cause us to win the war, because we would have won the war regardless, because of what happened, but
did a great service for the Allied forces in allowing us to...
You know what the crazy thing about the Enigma code and stuff was? And this is something that happened with a huge deal when it comes to World War II and with breaking codes in general, is that even though you've broken the code, you have to still act as though you don't know that you've broken the code, or they'll change the code.
Absolutely.
So when they started breaking the code and learning shipments, they had to, like... Because they knew the Germans had people that would run statistics. And it would be like, they've shot down quite a few more carriers than usual. This is crazy. And so basically the U.S. had to come up with, and this is terrifying when like you could be putting men's lives at risk here and not doing anything to appear that you hadn't broken the code. And this was a crazy... amount of secrecy that had to go into them knowing, and it worked. I mean, they never went onto it due to probably the hubris of the German engineers, because we did oftentimes shoot down a lot more boats than we probably should have been able to. Find more U-boats that were hidden that normally wouldn't be found, to the point where it would be crazy. And part of it was, I believe, the invention of radar.
Oh, yeah.
And radar, of course, was something that the Germans knew that we had and that they had. But we used the term, and they thought it was our advanced radar capabilities that they didn't have that was allowing us to detect them, when in fact it was because we had broken their secret code. So it was the great lie, and I believe in England they had radar dishes put up everywhere.
Oh, totally, yeah.
They weren't even real, just to like, put off the idea that they had cracked the code, when indeed... or that we hadn't cracked code, but we were, using our radar capabilities that they could only dream of. But yeah, Turing was a genius, and
he's
not treated well by
father,
England after the war.
Father
surprisingly,
killed himself after being chemically castrated due to being arrested for homosexuality.
Yes, in England.
Yeah, in England.
Did they do? I think that England was worse than the U.S. to be gay in at that time.
At that time,
I'm pretty sure the U.S. did not do chemical castration of anyone. No. I know homosexuality was against the law, and I think you would be sent into jail for like disturbing the peace or like misdemeanor public menace or something.
Yeah,
but it was never to the scale, because they can't really. Because in the U.S. we're like, you can't put someone away for doing that to somebody else who is okay with it.
The thing about the U.S. is we're very, and always have been, I think, have a much higher regard for independence and privacy. So like if it's not done in public, if it's done in your own home,
it's like if you're not out there fucking boning John Gaiman out in the street.
John Gaiman?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's that famous San Franciscan male hooker who just would just do it out in the street. John Gaiman.
Full speed ahead.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. All right.
But
look him up.
I mean, I guess because I think it was either chemical castration or like life in prison.
Yeah, some shit like that, and he didn't want to be in prison.
Well, yeah, who would? I mean, I'd probably take chemical castration too. I mean, it'd be a hard decision, but as opposed to being locked up for the rest of my life, maybe. But and he was depressed after that, and
took his own life, which is sad.
Very sad
for the man who probably saved more lives than anyone else in the entire war.
Yeah, absolutely,
and probably caused the war to end, probably maybe even years sooner than it would.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the Japanese code was also.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I know that he actually developed a machine that would. Decode.
Yes, he did.
It was called the Enigma machine.
That's correct.
It was a crazy looking device.
Fucking sweet ass name for a machine.
I know, right? It is. It's very cool, and it looked cool too. It's very steampunky, like lots of gears and numbers and stuff. So,
what's really interesting is. With like the World War II like ciphers and whatnot, and how that the U.S. was able to fool
the Navajo wind talkers,
correct?
Yeah,
by encoding everything in the Navajo language,
right?
Which is an incredible thing to do because what the fuck would Germans and Japanese know about a language that is pretty much dead?
Yeah, and besides that, it's a language it doesn't have any kind of root in Greek or Roman or Germanic languages. It's completely different. It's a completely different root language.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have any real experience with it. I mean, even probably other Native Americans on the other side of the country wouldn't have any idea of how to.
Yeah, and it seems the U.S. also broke the Japanese codes as well, probably due to the help of the English and Turing and their code breakers.
Right.
It's an incredible operation.
I guess that's really because that's one of the first times they probably had radio. Maybe a little bit in World War I. I don't know if they had a whole lot of radio.
No, I don't think it was as much.
So it's probably really the beginning of cryptography and cryptographers as far as that goes.
Well, and I read Neil Stephenson's book, Cryptonomicon.
Oh, really?
Which is a great book. I recommend because it deals with World War II cryptology.
Oh,
and,
cool.
It deals with... It actually is a tale that spans across 2 generations of people, World War II and present day, or at that time, early 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turing was the one who developed the Turing test, and basically it was a test for a machine that would determine...
Because he theorized into the future.
Yes. Very far-sighted for considering what computers were at that time, or devices were at that time.
And then this was just a theory, though, at this time. It was like... Yeah. Here's the Turing test isn't like a physical test, right?
No.
What is a Turing test?
It is when a human, or actually it's when 33% of
3 out of 10, basically.
3 out of 10, 30% of a group of judges is fooled by a machine into believing that it is human by its actions, by its speech, or by its
the way they test it now is by speech,
by
or
speech.
by text.
I mean, you can actually kind of apply the Turing test to different things. Like somebody had said, like a Big Dog was maybe one of the first devices to pass like a physical Turing test, where it would
able to be physical as a human.
Right. To
accomplish tasks a human would find
go over terrain
every day.
To right itself with balance, stuff like that. But yeah, a machine finally passed, barely, by the skin of its teeth.
Yes.
A language Turing test. But that's actually a pretty impressive thing, because language is one of the hardest things to mimic.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And for a machine to understand, yeah.
Which is incredible. And well, the computer was a team of Eugene, which is the name of the program, created by a team based in Russia. Passed the test, which is organized by the University of Reading, I guess in Pennsylvania. Just barely. It did the 3 out of the 10. So they used a couple tricks, which worked, and that's all part of the test. And this is the first step, of course.
Right.
But they pretended to be a 13-year-old boy for whom English is a second language. So the English would not be perfect.
Right. So that was factored into the test.
Yes. But that being factored in, speaking with someone who's a person, speaking as a 13-year-old boy with broken English versus a computer speaking as a 13-year-old with broken English, 3 out of 10 judges couldn't tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, what basically this is saying is that computers with broken English are fooling people into thinking they're people with broken English.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's like the beginning steps of cognition
Exactly,
of speaking a language. It's able to do the broken language well enough to fool people.
It's the first step on a road towards
this is going to be terrible.
Intelligent computing and AI.
It's going to be terrible. Just because, like, you're going to have, like, fucking website. You know how, like, there's, like, ads that'll pop up and say shit?
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you need a motor? Or whatever the fuck, like, ads, ads that pop up that say. They're going to be even more fucking human speech recognizable.
Well, just wait until, spam and phishing bots become, Turing passable to where people think they're actually dealing with, representatives from something or something like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Holy shit. I mean, that is a world of hurt and difference.
But I mean, the whole idea is that, the whole thing with technology, it's a tool, and, both sides pretty much progress at the same rate. So you're getting defenses and offenses and stuff like that all at the same rate.
I would like to say, for the record, for the mechanical record, that I, for one, welcome our future robot overlords. They are all-powerful and all-knowing. And I will do their bidding to my greatest ability. So in the future, when the robots are, when the T-1000 robot steps on, crushes the skull of a human head, that it's not me, because I'm on your side right now.
Yeah.
I am selling out the human race right now.
Well, I mean, that's not really a viable tactic, because...
Oh, you're just saying they're going to see around it? But I'm one of the humans on the inside, man. They could use me.
At the point that humans are able to do that kind of thing, there's no need for us.
Do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be interesting that 10,000 years from now, when the robots have taken over, that they invent a robo-Turing test for someone to mimic a human to a certain degree, where it can fool 3 out of 10 robo-judges, and which is the robot and which is the programmed to be perfect human speech pattern mimicry?
I don't know. That'd be pretty impressive.
It'd be interesting, though, because 10,000 years from now, you think robots wouldn't need to use human speech anymore, and it would just be something ridiculous to where it's like, who can mimic the way humans talk the best?
Yeah. I don't think in 2,000 years, or even 1,000 years, humans will even exist. Well, at least not as
wow!
Not as
Doomsayer.
No.
When will the rapture occur? Adam Ham.
I don't think...
Known theologist and religious advocate. Believes the rapture will occur for the next 1,000 years. And Jesus H. Christ.
Let me put it this way.
Himself.
I believe that our descendants that are alive in 1,000 years will not be human in the same way that we consider humans now.
Okay. You're going to be genetically modified?
Genetically, or even, mechanically.
You're talking Gattaca?
I'm talking...
Ethan Hawke?
Gattaca's my vision of the future, but I don't think it's actually
your vision of the perfect future?
To tell you the truth...
Eugenics?
No.
Oh, that's eugenics.
No.
This is Gattaca. basically.
Well, eugenics is and usually
Eugenics is good if it's used correctly.
no. Well, I'm saying eugenics usually implies the destruction or caste system of that kind of thing. I don't think it would be something where we would like it would be, based on generations. I think it'd be something where we just
Star Trek Generations. I wish the world was based upon that delightful film. Patrick Stewart on a naval vessel in the holodeck.
I don't even know what to say to that.
All right,
That's ridiculous.
Malcolm
No, but
McDowell
basically, I think
fighting
trans-
Shatner.
I think transhumanism will become a thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say transhumanism. That'd be incredible. Thomas the Tank Engine is a real thing.
Transhumanism. I'm a transhumanist. I want to be Thomas the Tank
Are you
Engine.
saying that I'm saying that Thomas the Tank Engine is a transhuman?
I think so. I think he's a transhuman.
Thank you. That term, copyright, Jonathan Rowe, 2014. Transhumanist.
No, but I mean we're already seeing cyborgs.
Yeah, basically.
People implanting devices.
World Cup.
To improve themselves.
The first kick on the World Cup was a paraplegic who was hooked up to like an exoskeleton walking suit.
Right.
Was able to kick the first kick.
I don't know if I consider that cyborg because
It's getting pretty fucking close.
it's exo, but I'm thinking
well,
more.
how much further will it be when exo becomes indo? I
agree. I think it's
we're gonna have, I mean, there'll be robotic retinas, and there already are mechanical retinas and shit.
well, we definitely have mechanical ears. Cochlear implants are really basically they hook up to your nerves and they.
Same thing with the eyes.
Yeah.
The eye implants, they have, I think, I forget what the highest resolution is on that, but it's
not great
it's
yet.
very low. I mean, it's like 256 at the most.
But I mean, if you think about cochlear implants,
we're talking about but when you think,
right now we're using them for people who are disabled and they're not quite as good as ears.
yeah,
In a few years, they will be as good as ears.
Yeah.
And a few years after that, they're going to be better than normal ears.
and then you'll want the implant
then
that
you're
allows you to
done.
hear things from a mile
Exactly.
away.
Right. I think that's coming sooner than a lot of people
Oh,
think.
I'm sure. Well, with the rate
And I look forward to it.
soon you're going to have not the iPhone, but the eye ear and the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
The eye. I
Eye.
really hope they call it that. The eye. The
Yeah.
Apple Eye. Of course, you can only view things through iTunes, of course, with the
Oh.
eye.
Man.
And when you need an eye update, you have to download the newest version of iTunes.
I need to jailbreak
see
my
better.
eye.
So, the eye. But that's incredible. Yeah, that blows my mind because they talk about those people that get those retinal implants are just like, these are people that have been blind for life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really give you, I don't know if they do color particularly, but it's
No,
the idea
not
of
yet, but
pure blackness turning into moving objects.
Yeah.
It's like you have the worst vision possible, super blurry, can't
But
see
it's
anything.
amazing
but
how
you
much
can
better
see
that is.
motion
Yeah.
in front of you. You could probably live a much more normal life of, I know, here is the road, here is the cars coming, here is the light changing. You can see like objects, you can pick things up. You can
and this all ties back into like we were talking I think a while back about
science
evolution and people who were saying like, I can't just develop, it's not an eye, it's either if you don't have eyes or anything in between no eyes and an eye is useless, which is completely false because that's the way it's developed is light sensing cells that can first detect light and dark and then motion, and that is incredibly useful.
Yes.
As opposed to nothing.
Yeah.
it's completely
I mean, that's just how it is.
yeah, ask anybody who's had one of those implants and they'll say, seeing motion's a lot better than seeing nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry that this isn't as crisp as it could be.
Right,
But
right.
no, it's a damn sight better than what I had before.
Exactly.
No, and people that have those cochlear implants, you can watch YouTube videos.
Oh
of,
yeah.
Those are just
people have been
just
deaf since birth. Yeah.
it gets a little dusty in the room when you watch those because these are people deaf from birth,
I know.
hearing noises, hearing their loved ones' voices for the first time. How incredible is that job? To be not even that doctor, because I'm not going to be a doctor. I'm too dumb.
Right.
But to be the technician there that like is tuning the settings,
Yeah.
just to see these people every day like experience something that you take for granted your entire life.
Talk about a job. Yeah, you'd be a new person's favorite person every day.
You'd be like, hey, remember that time?
Yeah.
When you did that noise,
Yeah.
and I heard it for once.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's some nuts. But yeah, I think that's coming pretty quick. I mean, it's amazing.
And of course, there's the less talked about cochlear implants. Where they put a dick on you.
You can do a lot in that area now. I
That's
guess.
true, surprisingly. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things where, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's not widespread yet, but we've been making certain organs for like 6 or 7 years now. And
Deep in an underground lab.
well, no, honestly,
Organ vats.
really, we have been.
I know.
And every couple of years, we get another more complicated organ.
That's right.
We're up to we're working on pancreases and livers now. I think
That's right.
and
Drink
we already have stuff like.
All you will.
Yeah. I mean,
Fucking eat all the sugary foods, because when your pancreas shits out and you got diabetes, we got a new pancreas for you. Just $29.95.
yeah, it's not there yet.
Installed, 5-year warranty, or 40,000 cupcakes.
Well, I mean,
whichever comes first.
People have already grown new tracheas for people and implanted them.
Ooh,
Like
sounds good.
that happened not long ago. Somebody actually used this.
A tracheal implant.
They used stem cells and a cartilage.
Those stem cells from dead babies.
That is such old news. Like we have all kinds of different ways of making stem cells now from different.
That's correct.
tissues.
People don't know that.
Yeah.
But
Don't they?
yeah,
I guess
I
really...
don't think so at all. Holy shit! I didn't know this until a couple years ago.
Yeah,
But
I guess
the majority of stem cells and stem cell research does not come from embryonic stem cells, which are those from discarded fetuses.
Nowadays, they are not used at all. I don't
No,
think.
barely.
We have better, cheaper ways of doing
and
it.
they're worse than some other stem
Yeah,
cells.
yeah,
In some ways, they are better, as they are the complete basic map. But,
we have stuff that does that now.
yeah,
totally.
Not
Even adult stem. We have stuff like that now that we can.
I mean,
do.
then again, when I learned about this was maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there
There's
could
been
be
some stuff.
advances by then.
I mean, I think even now, I'm not sure if it's. If I remember correctly, there was a little bit of discussion on the actual discovery on how accurate it was, but there was some place in, I think it was China, where they had said they were making stem cells from skin cells, of which we have bajillions.
yeah.
And that and it's actually a really quick way to completely reboot
God, I'm
it.
dying. I apologize again.
It's nuts. But yeah, I mean, we're heading in that direction where,
Mm-hmm.
if your pancreas goes out,
Lungs go out.
let's wait.
Well,
a few-
eventually.
yeah.
Sure.
Give us a month or two, and we can put them back in.
Put them back in.
And no
Fucking
chance of
shit.
rejection.
So this is what you're basically saying is the organ farm Logan's Run future is not ever going to exist.
No, which is great. And
Great for the those people with those patches on their hands or whatever
Exactly.
fucking Logan's Run was.
well, no, Logan's Run was. I don't think it was organ donation. It was just that it was overpopulation, wasn't it?
Was it?
Because they had a biosphere thing or something like that, and once you got to a certain age,
I thought you were being kept as a backup in that.
no,
There was also there was also that sci-fi movie The Island with Ewan McGregor and
that might have been something like that.
that was definitely organ donation
Yeah.
type thing. But I mean that's that sci-fi trope
Yeah.
of a second set of civilization of people just being kept as identical twins for organ donation.
Yeah, Logan's Run was like when your dot on your hand goes red, you're 30, and that's
Oh,
time
yeah.
to die.
You're right.
But-
Time to have your organs harvested.
Which, by the way, if that were the case, we were in Logan's Run. I am running out of time.
Well, you got how many months? It's
6?
the 15th, actually.
Like
it's
6
exactly
months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Live it up.
Yep. So I've been doing this whole
Doing
week.
a dime.
Doing a dime.
Do it up. Shaloob it up.
Should lube it up.
NBC. All right. All right, Adam.
And me.
Anything else before we complete?
I don't know. Did I bring another story? I don't-
Yeah, you might have. I can find it because
if
Adam's
you can.
computer Adam's phone died.
My phone
Because
charger died.
He refused to charge his phone all day, so now his phone is dead.
I didn't refuse.
Yes, you did.
My phone
You
charger.
could have gone. Adam was loathed to exit the apartment and get the house and get his charger from his car.
I was hoping I could think of a workaround, but
All right.
I had to go.
How about this? NASA plans to send people to Mars by 2035. This was announced.
I did see that. I saw it was announced, and I
Yep.
was totally pumped. And then I saw an article not long after that said NASA has no money to do this.
But if
Later.
theoretically, if they had the money,
Yeah, let's see about that. I totally want it to happen, and I think it's a great goal.
yeah,
They said by 20. Was it 25?
35.
35. Yeah, that's a reason. That's more reasonable.
Yeah.
That's totally probably doable in the next 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rate technology grows, I think that's possible. It's going to be dangerous, though. That's the thing with space exploration is you have to have people who are really willing to put their lives on the line for stuff like that. Especially when you're considering it's like a 6-month trip or 3-month trip.
yep.
To Mars, that's and right now we have no way of getting you back yet.
No, definitely.
Hopefully by then, but
Yeah, the idea would be send him out and we'd figure out a way to get him back.
yeah, that's always a great plan.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's
On a horrible.
thank you, Adam, for unplugging my headphones from the
Everything sounded like got louder, so I was a little bit.
jack. Adam is fidgeting and
One thing that shouldn't be. Nope.
let go. Got it. All right, sorry. Minor technical snafu. Do you know what snafu stands for?
Situation normal, all fucked up.
That's correct.
Also,
Points for you, QI.
I also know what
Oh,
foobar
that is
means.
significantly louder in my ears than it was before.
Good. I'm glad.
You got a different part of the old starfish
Yeah.
connector for the headphones out. So, yeah. Snafu. Situation normal, all fucked up.
Yep.
Fubar. Fucked up
But
beyond,
beyond all recognition.
Yes, correct. That is. Thank you, Saving Private Ryan.
AWOL.
Away, I don't know.
Away without leave.
Thank you. Adam, notes.
Radar.
Radial area data area reduction.
Radar detection and ranging.
That's a dumb one.
Well,
No.
it's kind of
No. I'm going to say shit to that.
Radio detection and ranging.
Oh, you said radar detecting.
Oh, did I? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, that's better then.
Radar is not
I
used
was
in
like,
the.
you can't use the word in
no.
your acronym.
Sorry, it's radio. Radio
Okay.
detection and ranging.
Adam,
Laser. Light amplification through simulated emissions of.
Adam, bringing the
radiation.
science, continuing to bring the science. Solar freaking roadways. Adam,
I don't. This one's a hard one to talk about.
Is it?
Yeah,
you didn't back it.
I did not back it.
You can still contribute.
I provided two examples because you have been so down on Kickstarter and all that crowdfunding
that's
stuff.
right.
I provided the.
You wanted the light to break my heart of stone.
Yeah, I wanted to break your heart.
I
of
tell you,
stone.
the solar freaking roadways would not sell me.
With because you kept saying like it's never used for anything good or nobody ever tries to improve anything with them.
That's correct.
So I was giving you an example of Reading Rainbow and
Which is a
Solar
little
Roadways.
BS, but we'll get into that.
I'll get into that. But Solar
First one,
Roadways
solar roadways.
is indie crowdfunding. I think it's
Indiegogo.
Indiegogo, yeah.
So that if they didn't get funded, they would still get the money.
Yeah. Crowdfunding operation to develop a phase 2 prototype of these hexagon solar panels that are being proposed for roadways in Idaho. think it's
I don't even
Idaho.
know what fucking state they're in. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but
Okay.
the idea is, explain what solar roadways are, Adam.
Solar roadways are basically solar roadways. Mm-hmm. They are modular solar panel roadway panels that have a very thick glass top over the photovoltaics.
Yep.
That are roughened for traction.
Yeah. So when you drive on the glass,
Yes.
you'll be able to stop.
Theoretically, yes.
Yes, theoretically, according to their tests.
According to civil engineers and their testing, yes. And they connect together to share power. And it's part of a general structure thing. They plan on having like conduits for power as well as other communication wiring, high-speed internet, fiber, all that kind of stuff, along the sides for runoff and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And basically, it would just be used to, over time, replace roadways with solar panels to generate power for surrounding cities, the buildings and city infrastructure, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. To power our country with solar power.
Correct.
Instead of
relying on fossil fuels.
Yep.
Noble ideal.
Using recycled glass too for the glass,
Of course.
by the way.
Of course.
All that green stuff.
Yeah, all of that green stuff, except for the
heavy
silicon
metals
and heavy metals in the solar.
Well,
Yeah, you gotta ruin the earth a little bit to make the earth better.
But to tell you the truth,
you gotta spend some to make something, Adam.
it's true.
You gotta spend some of them natural resources to make some, or to stop having to use some.
It is unfortunately true.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And there's supposedly solar panels that you can drive, park, and walk on that melt snow, because supposedly they're also heated.
They do have heating
Cut
elements.
greenhouse gases by 75%.
That's
what their idea will be, to cover the land in these roadways.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool idea.
I think so, too.
Interesting that they would crowdfund this.
Well, they've got some grant
scientific
money.
research is usually done through grant money. And
They did get some grant money for the Phase 1 stuff.
from the Department of Transportation.
Yep, and they're planning on moving into Phase 2. And
Upscaling, I suppose.
yeah, and in order to get, I think, more money, they want to
Crowdfund. They've
so they
reached
can-
their goal of $1 million.
yeah, so they can continue.
Doubled it by now, actually.
Really?
Yes,
So they're going to use that to make better versions, basically, for the next
of course.
thing. That's my understanding, anyway.
Yeah.
I did not support it. I considered supporting it, but I saw a video that kind of dampened my spirits on it.
This YouTuber, which will not remain nameless
Yeah.
due to the nature of the videos on his channel and
Yeah.
me not wanting to be associated with this person.
Right, no kidding.
But he is a man without a girlfriend. One can be sure of that, the way that he
Yes.
speaks. Particularly about women, which was disturbing.
It
to
was
me.
really disturbing.
Yeah, so like we went to this YouTube channel, and Adam was like, "Hey, I saw this thing that like kind of dissuaded me from the way solar panels work," and this guy kind of had a scientific breakdown of it. Of course, his breakdown was a bit biased.
It was a bit biased,
significantly, as this is more of a prototype than a full scale version, and he was putting up
using some fishy math, too.
dubious math, and talking about like how expensive the glass would be to cover the entire United States, looking at an eBay price of tempered glass, of course, not a bulk price or a price that would be, done if you owned a manufacturing plant or something. If you were to, build up supplies for making this, it would be significantly cheaper than what he was saying.
Yeah.
Probably the order of hundreds, if not thousands. I know this because I work in a scientific lab facility, and things that are purchased in bulk through special contracting deals tend to be hundreds, if not thousands, of times cheaper than buying them stock off the rack.
Absolutely. And also, he talked about the heating elements for a bit. And
so of course he brought up the point that heating elements to melt, snow and ice to water takes an enormous amount of energy, which is true. But of course that leaving out the fact that solar roadways that were heated and turned on would stop ice from ever forming.
Exactly.
So they would need
take
to
much
melt
less energy.
Correct. It takes much less energy to keep the water not frozen than it does to unfreeze water.
Like many people trying to make a point, he used examples that were most in his favor.
Yes, but he did make some fair points.
He did make some fair points.
And the fact of the logistics of this entire thing.
Yeah.
One of the fact that putting plated together hexagons on a road is a porous surface in which liquid could drain down into underneath.
Yeah.
Which the beloved asphalt, which he actually brought up an interesting point, which is apparently 99% recycled.
95, I think he said.
Yes.
But it's still insane.
It's almost always recycled, because why not?
Because it's basically rock.
It's crushed up rock
oil.
mixed with oil.
Yeah.
And if you crush that back up and heat it up, and the oil will probably come out.
Yeah.
You can just put it back down again.
Exactly. But I don't know. He seemed to also ignore some of the stuff from the site's questions where
he made fun of a particularly interesting video, which actually is on their Indiegogo website. That zany video where it's like solar freaking roadways. It's like, no.
I don't know if that was from their video.
It's on the video.
Is it
it's
really?
on their site. So even if they didn't make it, someone made it for them and they put it on their Indiegogo page.
It's a little cheesy.
A little cheesy, because it's like fucking Billy the child scientist level explanation video. But genius. I think the biggest part of it was that they were going to have LEDs in it.
Yeah.
So you could have changing symbols on the road to warn ahead. It would be lit at night for better visibility. Of course, he also brought up the argument of having a lit roadway would cost a lot of energy, probably more than they would imagine.
Using LEDs wouldn't take a lot of energy.
No, but
I think most of what he was talking about was
light pollution.
Light pollution, which I find a little bit... I don't think that caused that much light pollution.
And the inability to see LEDs in bright light.
And yes, that was probably, I think, the bigger deal.
Yeah.
And all I can say is I don't know. I haven't seen the LEDs.
Again, this is a prototype, though, so
right,
they're working on it. So it's harsh buzz on this, but it's a prototype. So this is what they're planning on working out, I'm sure.
Yeah. My general takeaway was I think this is an awesome idea that we should be thinking like this.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure I want to put my money.
I think it was interesting is that he brought up parking lots, and they did this too. And I was like, solar parking lots, that's genius, because you can change the different designs of like the parking stalls with the LEDs, and that would keep parking lots clear of ice, and you wouldn't have to worry about the high-speed traffic on it, possibly damaging the plates or being able to stop, because it'll be slow traffic in a parking lot. But then he also debunked that with a very very smart theory, which would be if you're doing that, just build solar panel solar panel roofs over all of the parking areas, and that way nobody drives on it.
Right.
Cars are covered. Snow doesn't cover the lot. And and it's easier to maintain, and they're not covered up during the day by parked cars. I mean, it's pretty much that was a good, thorough debunking of the idea of having parking lots that were solar. But
I agree. Some of my takeaways. I thought it's a great idea. I'm not sure it's something I want to put my money behind yet.
Well, I'm not sure it's something anyone should put their money behind, because this is some fucking fantastical scientific prototype that may never ever come out.
Well, it's doubled its goal, so I'm happy that it's gonna. I'm happy they have a chance to try it out. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
and I'm happy that somebody is using Indiegogo and something like that for something that is.
Well, if you want to spend $60, canvas tote and shopping bag your way from Indiegogo.
Yeah, actually, one of the things they have is you can get one of those hexagon panels.
Oh, do they?
They do. You have to spend a ridiculous amount of money.
Your name on our parking lot for $500. Yeah, it's $1,000 for a 4-inch glass hexagon.
Yeah.
The guy in the video didn't use that as his pricing comparison for debunking this, which would have been ridiculous. But a 7-inch hexagon is $10,000.
Yeah.
So scaling up is clearly more expensive.
Well, the other thing to think of is they're making money on. I mean, this is primarily a donation type thing, so
11 people claim that.
Really?
$10,000 one.
That's more than I'd put.
Some
towards.
people got some fucking money to spend, I suppose.
Yeah,
I guess if I was super multi-million-dollar guy rich, I'd be like, well, I get a solar cool thing and helping out a thing I believe in. But
yeah, but I think that's an example of somebody at least
high-minded ideals. Although I would like to argue, Mr. YouTube user who made terrible video debunking, he also debunked this the powdered alcohol video, which was a little bit more weird than he made a 7 or 8 minute video where he replayed the same clips of people saying things like 20 times, and he said the same reasoning 20 times. Of which he makes a sound point. Powdered alcohol takes up the same amount of volume as alcohol.
Right.
And they're like, because you can use it if you're a backpacker. And he's like, yeah, great. Because you have to mix it with water that you're still going to have to carry.
Exactly.
Which, why don't you just carry the vodka?
Yeah.
And then the powder and water, which would weigh more, because the water weighs about the same as the alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
And the powder packets take up space and weigh, minuscule
water,
amounts.
I think, actually would weigh more, because I think alcohol is normally less dense than
yes. Not a significant amount.
No, but
pretty close.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Yep.
Fucking solar roadways. All right, next up. Final thing. Kickstarter.
Hey, Kickstarter.
Hey, Kickstarter.
Whoa.
Wanna
Start a kick for me.
bring back Reading Rainbow for every child, everywhere. 17 days to go. $3.7 million raised.
Yeah.
That is, what's his name?
LeVar Burton?
LeVar Burton.
Yes. Of Reading Rainbow and
Correct.
Star Trek The Next Generation.
Correct. He has a Kickstarter
He does.
to bring back Reading Rainbow. A show that he did
No.
was canceled for lack of ratings.
That's not what it's for.
Okay. That's correct.
Yeah.
I guarantee you a few people that backed that Kickstarter did not understand.
Only the most stupid people who would not read the description.
Wow. Well, maybe they should have done Reading Rainbow, and then they'd be better at reading.
Exactly. If they were true Reading Rainbow fans, they should be able to read the description.
This whole Reading Rainbow thing just stank of slacktivism to me, of people on Facebook posting about Reading Rainbow. Like, remember that show you loved as a kid? Here, this guy wants to bring it back so the new kids can experience your childhood, which is like the lamest part of anyone's reasoning. It's like, this is the retro fever of, this was my childhood, so it's got to be great, and other kids need it. I loved Reading Rainbow. I watched it.
Me too.
But that's not what he's bringing back. He's making a paid app that costs a subscription fee.
He's not making a paid app. They already have a paid app.
Okay. They already have this thing. They don't need money to make it.
No.
They already have it.
No.
They're asking for your money
Yes.
to sell it to people.
No, they're asking for your money to provide it to low-income schools.
Okay. Yes, this is correct.
Yes.
Every
I know because I
child.
actually read it.
When we reached $1 million everywhere, Reading Rainbow was on the web. I don't know how they got it before. but
through apps on devices, mobile
Okay.
devices. That's one of the things they wanted
it's
to do
not
because
apps on mobile devices. Apps on Apple devices only.
yeah.
They're holding ransom all of the Android people as well because and when they reach 5 million, it'll be available on mobile Android consoles.
Development costs money.
5 million versus 3 million.
They're also adding more schools. It's not like all the the extra $1 million are being used for development.
Yes.
Although it does cost a lot to develop.
Not if you already have an app that works on Apple.
No, because they're completely different languages.
Millions of dollars.
I didn't say it. They're not going to use millions of dollars for it.
Yeah.
Do you see how many schools they're adding?
Sure.
It's a lot. They're going from like 7,500 to...
No, they're going from 1,500.
Oh, yeah. They're going from 1,500 to 7,500.
Yeah.
So they're multiplying it, 6 times or something. Mm-hmm. So that's where most of the money's going.
Yeah. Those schools that can afford it, they have to pay. They got to pay the piper. They got to line LeVar's golden pockets with more cash.
I don't know how much pocket lining he's doing, since I'm pretty sure they're a non-profit. But
I'm pretty sure he also probably didn't make a ton of money doing a PBS television show.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a non-profit, actually.
And I like to be negative because I'm a horrible
person.
human being.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. But I would like to also say that it isn't terrible.
It isn't terrible.
My heart has melted slightly.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was more backlashing against the Facebook acceptance of people that I know guaranteed did not read anything about this thing.
Well,
and just angering me just of people throwing their money at something without knowing anything about it, which bothers me.
Yeah.
When we think about the last episode where I talked about people being pissed off about non-female video game characters being in their video game entertainment of choice, and people like spending their ire on pointless things, not
Oh, you mean like railing against Kickstarter?
Yeah. No. Oh, and by the way, that YouTuber, I just wanted to mention that had those debunk videos was incredible, because we're looking through these and we go, oh, he's got this other one, but that Pal Call, let's watch that. Oh, he's got the Solar Roadways one, let's see that. Oh, those are kind of weird, and he's really kind of a dick in them. And he probably could have presented the facts in a less angry and stupid way. And then, of course, like 90% of his feed was feminist fail.
Yeah.
10 reasons why feminism is destroying the U.S. And I was like, oh, this guy, ladies, he's a keeper. I'm sure he's men's rights.
Also an atheist. So, as an atheist myself, I will definitely say...
We're not all like that?
Well, I'll say, people are people. And you can have really shitty Christians that do stupid shit. And you can have really
good Christians.
You can have really good Christians. You can have really awesome atheists. You can have really shitty atheists.
That's right.
Who have stupid
Doesn't
views.
matter what you believe in. You can be a bad person,
You can be a bad person.
good person.
Either way. Or
That's
a good
right.
person either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$600. Chat with LeVar.
Yep.
Everything on the $200 package plus a 5 to 10 minute video chat or phone call with LeVar.
That'd be awesome.
5 to 10 LeVar. So some people he's like...
How many people you think are possibly going for that? I bet a lot.
A maximum of 30.
That's good.
So he could spend a minimum of 150 minutes on the phone with people for donating $600 to his campaign.
He's a busy man.
Is he?
Probably, right now.
I guess, with this Kickstarter blowing up, yeah. No, but I think it's a good thing. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the noble ideal, I think that a lot of people were thinking the show is coming back, and the show is not coming back.
No.
The show is gone, but Reading Rainbow wants to continue educating children, and they're using this money to donate it to expand the free aspect of it to schools. I know some people talk about they already have the app for their kids and they pay the subscription fee because it's basically like Netflix for children's books.
It is, yeah.
It's like
awesome
here's
idea.
lots of great, vetted children's books by the Reading Rainbow people. Like these are good kids books to give your kids. Here they are. They love using the iPad. Kids fucking
something your parents probably would have done for you when you were a kid.
Oh, I totally.
doubt.
This is like a fucking thing though. That no, my parents wouldn't have bought me an iPad.
That's probably true.
No, but I mean, if it would be available on
There's
the
a
PC.
library for that.
Yeah, I know, right? And back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways to school. My dad says shit like that to me too.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, we had to walk in the snow to the schoolhouse, 2 miles. I'm serious.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I've heard
well, and you know what my reply was, even when I was like 12, I was like, man, I'm glad I live in today.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that sucked for you, but
Right.
we
Doesn't
live
mean
in
I
the
have
modern world where But anyway, yeah. So no, I'm sure they would have bought it, because they bought us a computer and put learning software and stuff on it.
Yeah.
So we had like math blasters and all that shit. And I'm sure they would have been like, here, use this Reading Rainbow app. You watched the show when you were a kid. So no, but yeah, the idea is pretty cool. And so they want to make it free in schools. So like in lower income schools or smaller schools or lower funding schools, they can get the Reading Rainbow app in like their school library, so kids can go in and mess around. Or schools that have iPads would have access to it.
Yeah, well, it's big. That's one of the big things about putting it on the web is that before you actually had to have a pretty expensive device to use it already.
Now they're opening it up to everyone.
Anybody who has a computer that has internet access can use the service.
Yeah, so it's a good thing.
Yeah,
I railed on it before, but I was just more mad. I think at what I'm always mad at, and that is people not thinking before they do things, which is basically what my anger when all of these rants comes down to.
Yeah,
is people not thinking before they act, and this is like something that my dad was strict with me. Very strict guy, and at the time. I thought he was strict. I disliked it, but he was also a nice guy too. I mean, we had fun, we joked around and stuff. But he was very strict, and he expected a lot. And I expect a lot of people, thanks to that. Yeah. Thanks to having that instilled in me. And one of the things we always say was, think about things before you do them. Mm-hmm. Don't just sit, think about it, and then act. And a lot of times with these these Kickstarters, because you'll look at that. Was it that Joseph Kony thing that happened a while ago? You remember that?
I don't remember.
That was that warlord in Africa. Remember that guy put that video out of Joseph Kony? Yeah, and then it turned out that guy was a crazy person. Yes. And that video slacktivism was like people just sending the video around, and then like nothing ever happened from it. Yeah. And I was like, that's the bad thing. Mm-hmm. Think about it. And but yeah, so this is a good thing. Definitely nothing, and this is what I'm saying is like, and I guarantee you, LeVar Burton, knowing his past with Reading Rainbow, having been an educator and having been someone who's championed reading for children, even probably to the point of him not making money that he could be making, because he loved doing it so much, and I do legitimately believe that he is totally faithful and true with all of his things. Yeah. Although some of these Kickstarter awards really grind me the wrong way with their fucking grossness of pay a bunch of money and he'll fucking leave a voicemail for you is one of them. And it's like, this is cheesy.
It is, but I think it's, whatever brings people in.
That's true. I mean, if people want to spend their money on it, fuck it. Exactly. And this is the thing. And knowing that he's a good person, that has the right intentions, this is all going to help children. Yeah, absolutely. And that's important. Probably not U.S. children. I feel like there are other parts of the world that probably could use help as well. Possibly Africa.
Take care of our own first.
I feel like our own are pretty well taken care of. Compared to
when was the last time you watched The Wire?
Well, compared to children in...
could use some
I'm
Reading
sure there's
Rainbow.
some children in Nigeria. Maybe those... hundreds of schoolgirls that were kidnapped probably could use some more help. Or,
I don't think Rainbow's going to help them.
LeVar's like, Rainbow can't help them.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I hope everything goes well, and I'm sure it will. Yeah. But
if you find them, they need books for their school. We'll talk.
No, but yeah. But the idea is like the children of Syria, I'm sure could use a lot more help than the children in downtown Chicago. As shitty as it might be to be an inner city child in downtown Chicago, at least your city isn't being chlorine gassed and bombed by a dictator. Yet. Adam, you call me the negative one. Oh my god.
I don't know, man. Some of their cities get pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably better that we recorded this weeks after I originally saw that. And was originally angered by all of the terrible Facebook slacktivism that was around it. But it's.
I'll put my $10 in.
You know what? Good for you.
You should too.
I won't, but.
Not on the media. No, I'm talking to the
audience.
It's
definitely going to meet its goal probably without even my help. And good on him. I donate to charities.
You gotta watch the first video of LeVar after seeing him hit the goal in 12 hours.
Do you have a charity of choice, Adam?
Well, not.
Do you have a charity of choice?
I do.
My charity of choice, for a while, was the NRDC. The Natural Resources Defense Council.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because they don't want people to drill oil in the Arctic and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
That's one of them for me. Still is, but I'm less of a greenophile than I used to be because sometimes they go a bit far. Yeah. It's a little embarrassing. Look at Whale Wars and Greenpeace and it's noble but maligned. But my other one is Special Olympics. That's always been something I've really thought was incredible.
I have about three that
you enjoy. What
I
are
enjoy.
they? What, Adam? In this week of sloth and doing nothing but play video games and watch British television shows, let's end it on a good note. Like, what do you think helps the world be a better place? Mine is the Natural Resource Defense Council and the Special Olympics.
I think that probably
as well as cancer research institutes.
There's a lot of those, but my one that I would probably say
not the Susan G. Komen.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I do.
No, don't.
No, I know, but
do not donate to them.
I don't.
I mean, maybe they're better, but I do have heard of the past of that money not going to research and more lining the pockets of some of the people running the organization.
Yeah.
But
I don't donate as much as I should, but I like Doctors Without Borders.
That's a good one. Very good. The children in Syria and Africa. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And
also, I donated once to HRC.
Okay.
Like 3 years ago.
What's that?
Human Rights Campaign.
Okay, yeah, that's another great one.
I think so,
again, the children in Syria and women across the world. Thank you for that.
That one's more focused on like LGBT rights and stuff like that.
I believe they do a lot of work in like India with
other,
like women's rights campaigns.
Women's rights stuff, I think too.
So the little girls in Afghanistan. Thank you for helping.
I like them. I donated to them, and they always like once a year will send me like, "Hey, what's up?"
I know. Same thing with RDC on me. They're like, "Hey, those fucking polar bears, huh? Not getting any better for them."
Yeah.
So I donated a couple years ago.
I don't donate a ton, but every year I'll throw them a bone.
I used to work for a company that did a lot of donations. Yeah. That's that they would do donations in their employee's name every year as part of like a incentive. So I had like, I don't know, however much fucking money, $50 per person. And you could point to where you wanted it to go.
That's cool.
No, totally. And it's a cool thing to do if you're a big software company that makes just basically prints cash, which is where I worked for a while. We'll remain nameless, but it's pretty obvious if it was in Wisconsin and the Madison area what company I'm talking about. But that's a great thing they did. And another great charity is United Way as well. It's incredible really as well, because if you want to talk about charity that takes care of your local things, that's all United Way is. It's all like this money goes like, and you can look, and there's actually online websites where you can see charities and where their money, because this is the U.S. and we're a good country. Like many first world countries, but if you're a nonprofit, your financials have to be public. And so you can see how much money is being spent on fancy dinners and things and staffers, and how much is actually going through. And like United Way is like far and away the highest percentage going directly into the hands of the needy or the events. And they do stuff like Big Brother Big Sister program and also shit like that in local areas.
Great stuff.
Madison doesn't really need a lot of charity
as
it is a fairly high end city, but if you live in like a Chicago,
there's also some homeless and
there are, of course,
stuff like that. And my third and final
We've gotten
one.
so nice at the end of this podcast.
I know.
It's the Reading Rainbow. I told you, it melted my icy heart.
Exactly. Totally.
I wanted to hate on it, but it's kind of impossible to hate on it.
Yeah. Third and final one.
All right.
And I also suggest if you want a painless way to give to charity, that I especially use a lot.
I know what you're going to say.
Smile.amazon.com.
Okay.
Amazon has a program that if you order stuff through smile.amazon.com, the first time you do it, you get to pick one of these organizations that they have a deal with. Every time you purchase something from Amazon, they take a percentage of it and send it to a charity.
That's the Amazon affiliate program.
Yeah.
But instead of it going to some internet commenter or internet video maker, because I know I hear a lot of people talking about, like on podcasts, the way sponsorship is, go to our website, click the Amazon through link, and everything you buy, we get a referral credit.
They do it for charities as well.
But they do it for charities. So if you do Smile, you pick a charity. And if you're buying shit on Amazon anyway, it doesn't cost you anymore. They just get a couple cents kicked to them every time you buy it. And if everyone did that, that helps them out quite a bit.
So that's what
painless. I do. That sounds incredible.
I do that for the Trevor Project.
When Trevor? Who may I ask is young Trevor?
I imagine he is a youth LGBT youth that committed suicide, because it is a suicide hotline and counseling service for LGBT youth.
Definitely a necessary thing.
Because their suicide rates are off the charts compared to other... Too high.
Very, very much so.
Domination.
Oh, do you want to be an LGBT youth in Japan? It's even worse.
Yeah,
that suicide rate. Good luck.
Although you probably
gotta
will
say
have to
to you.
be, because there are no kids and a lot of males.
Well, you know, it's all dudes in Japan.
It's all dudes in Japan.
I know,
and there's
that's
no
sad.
young people. Like, their population is now more old people than young people.
Yeah, it's sad.
Nuts.
Let's get over there. You and me.
Yeah.
We need to repopulate Japan, Adam. You and me.
All right.
Send
We're on a mission.
Send us a few geishas.
That's horrible.
Is that the term? What is the term for a Japanese woman?
Ona?
Ona?
Ona means
Isn't that a
woman.
Japina? Like Latina? What was Japan?
Ona means woman in Japanese.
Actually, it would be like a Nihona or something. Would that be right, you think?
Nippon no Ona? Probably.
Or Nihon, because they shorten words,
Yeah.
so it'd just be Niho instead of Nihongo.
It would be Nihon no Ona.
Nihona Ona.
Japanese woman.
There you go. Blame it on Ona. Blame it on Yoko. All right. That's going to be it, though, for this podcast. Thank you for listening. I am live from Bloomington, and it is 4:15 in the a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop. I'm
Until
not
next
tired
time.
at all.
Yeah,
that
neither.
fucking amp raped my sleep.
I don't know if that's the way to put it.
Okay. The amp took my sleep, wrapped duct tape around its mouth, and threw it in the back of the trunk.
Yeah.
And I am awake, and we're going to have Taco Bell breakfast, and we'll both be disgusted.
We will.
I'm not even hungry.
We probably will not be able to sleep because of Taco Bell.
Yeah, we'll just both be... It'll be Adam has one bathroom.
Yeah.
And it'll just be knock, knock, knock. Please let me in.
Yes.
You've had enough time. And I'll be like, I need to finish. Give me 2 more seconds.
Playing
and
the
then
decision game.
We'll do the quick switch. And then, by the time Adam's done, I'll need to head back in, and we'll both just... It'll be a mess.
Endless cycle.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and stay tuned next week for the more than BWTCCT.
Yeah.
Because we took an extra week. But if you do want to watch, the movie is
Yojimbo.
Feel free to watch that, or and send your comments, concerns, questions to borninthe80s.net. And you can send questions there, or bitecast@gmail.com is the email. If you want.
It is indeed.
And we will answer your questions. All right, that's it. Bye.
Bye.
That's going in.
Donate to charity.
Well, you have to do the intro where it's like it's like the weird like fucking Casio like the butterflies flying.
Did they make noises like that? I don't remember.
No, butterflies don't make noises like that.
No, I mean, I don't remember that from the show either.
It's like yeah, I'm serious. I'll play it. I'll play it. Reading Rainbow theme. We'll use it to get started.
Okay.
This is a treat for everyone. It's a bit of a treat. You'll get what I'm saying. You'll get what I'm getting immediately. Hopefully,
Okay.
I hope it has the intro part on it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think... Those aren't supposed to be butterflies, though. Are they?
I always thought this was butterfly.
I thought that was just weird, like, 80s, 90s synth shit that they were doing. Do anything.
Just take a look.
It's in a book.
It's Reading Rainbow.
I can do anything. Wait.
Butterfly in the sky.
We just gotta start over from the beginning.
I can go twice as high.
So like towel.
Just take a look.
Did you get Irish now?
Take a look in the book.
Take a look. It's here in a book. It's
Reading
hidden rainbow.
Rainbow. It's Reading Rainbow.
Right.
Get this shit out of here.
We need our amp.
I'm gonna turn us down just a scoosh.
We need our amps.
Our amps.
Our amps.
This is. I'm gonna do a little scoochy scooch.
Okay.
This is too low.
Okay.
I'm having to like. This is gonna all be in the post podcast like fucking minutes.
I can fly
But-
twice high.
And this is gonna be loud as fuck.
Oh! Balls! That hurt my ears, man.
Shut your cock mouth.
Ugh. That was painful. Give me a little bit of warning on that.
A little bit more up to my height.
I think mine is fine. Mine's about perfect.
About to get. Can you turn down 2 all the way?
Yeah, I can, so my ears don't explode.
All right, and then you can turn it back up to where it was.
Right about. Yeah, I think.
Oh, it was higher than that.
Was it?
Just a little bit. Right in the middle, almost exactly. Yep, that's perfect.
Oh, okay.
That's where my voice is high. Just take a look.
It's in a bird.
Take a look.
It's in a book. A reading rainbow.
Up of a bowl, take a look in a bowl. It's my Bing Crosby. Take a look in rainbow.
It's in a book.
Okay. Any other famous singers? Take a look. It's in a book. A sweet and rainbow.
This is just weird German guy.
That's right.
That's right.
We listen to the reading rainbow. It's our favorite. It has the Spaceman.
Oh ja, it's a great
Kleinen
show.
Spacenmeinen.
Yes, we call it kleinen Spinnenspiral. Yeah.
Reading seinen Books.
Reading. Boten fly in the sky.
Und twice as heightened.
I can go zwei as high.
Drei is high. Just take a look. It's in the book.
Taking the look. It's in
That's
that
it.
book.
It's in that book.
Yeah.
And then they point at Mein Kampf.
Exactly.
Take a look. It's in that book.
It's in that book.
Take a look. It's in that book. Read it. That's how Hitler got to the youth.
No,
Hitler,
no,
you-
don't even joke
What I'm
about that.
saying is that Reading Rainbow was
No.
predicated
No.
upon a Hitler youth
Do
program.
not twist my childhood like that.
I'm trying to think of other voices here. We got it'd be Russian Reading Rainbow. I don't even. I literally. I'm trying to think of starting a Russian accent. It's like starting a car. I need a couple words to say. So like a moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Butterfly
Reading
in the
rainbow.
high.
There we are. You have to say reading rainbow.
Reading rainbow.
Oh,
Butterfly in the
Butterfly
sky.
in the sky. It's
can fly-
capitalist pig dog invention. We have no time for books.
You can't-
Science.
There's no
For
flying
Mother
twice
Russia.
as high.
Yeah. Flying twice as high is capitalist idea.
Yes, you will dig twice as hard is what you will do.
You must not fly twice as high. You fly the same as other butterfly.
What was that? It's like the same.
Do you not appreciate my accent? That's the high voice Russian. Then there's the butterfly in the sky. There's the low voiced Russian. Mm-hmm. Take a look. It's in the book.
Zahavos Nostrovia, heaven help us both Nostrovia.
Okay.
Filler.
I forget the fucking what's the Russian national anthem? Oh fucking. They have a fucking sweet national
Oh, do
anthem.
they?
Fucking Russia's. I'm gonna play it.
Oh, God.
It's all going at the end.
Yeah.
You wanted me to go get the drinks, and I'm like, okay.
Zaps.
Nah, you know. Oh, here we go. Look at this one's got a pretty Russian lady as the picture, so you know it's gonna be.
Is this my drink?
Or-
No, it's not. It's
How fucking sweet is that fucking anthem?
Sounds pretty good.
Look at these fucking people in this.
Oh.
It's like a Russian lady with a gun.
Yeah.
That's my favorite national anthem. It's the fucking most epic badass. Every time,
traitorous bastard.
Every time I think of that national anthem, it's because of the Hunt for Red October. They sing it in the ship. But I fucking think of like Russian like submarines with like nuclear weapons and like this honorable fight for the motherland.
And a Scottish guy captaining the ship.
Well, you know, he's Scottish Russian.
Prepare to dive.
I was trying to do a Sean Connery Russian accent. Prepare to dive.
Why? He doesn't. He doesn't try to do any Russian. He's just Sean Connery.
Fetch me, I guess. Dive. I can't do a Sean Connery at all.
Prepare to dive.
Yes, Capitan. Like, what? All right.
Excellent. I'll speak to the motherland.
There you
Send
go.
them a message.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so you want a cherry?
I want the cherry one.
Oh, it's 2:30.
Yeah, it is.
God damn.
Yeah, he's late. He's pretty late, yes.
That's why we got the amps.
Aye.
Definitely not getting to sleep ever.
Oh, no. No, it's not happening tonight.
All right, so we'll start 1:30.
All right, we're going to stay up all night. I'm going to get 3 hours of sleep, and then I'm going to work. That's what's happening. Crisp.
I'm dying.
I'm dying.
God, that's all going to be recorded. Father Mucker.
Oh. What was that?
I'm just so coughing it out, coughing it out. Don't, you're supposed to take your first sip on air, you dickhole.
You didn't tell me that.
Just don't describe your smell and taste until we get there.
Okay.
Stop drinking it!
Thirsty.
I want your initial reaction. All right.